Gold Coast took up the opportunity, and they've been pretty happy with the fact that they have been able to get in. Well, Bob Pippen is at the head of the Gold Coast team going into the Brisbane competition, and naturally was pretty pleased.
Terry, we are delighted. I suppose to say over the moon is the understatement. With the amount of man-hours and preparation and thoughts and everything's gone into it, we really can't believe that it's come to realisation.
Well, how did it come about?
In February, 3 or 4 of us heard that the Colts looked like maybe they were going, and we did a lot of work in the study of demographics, player strength, and our own ground situation, and we got together and put in 2 submissions to the QCA.
So where will be your home ground?
It was going to be Carrara, but the Brisbane Bears are having a heck of a lot of renovations and on the ground, particularly the whole surface is going to be resowed. So our main ground now will probably be Wally Fankhauser Reserve and Cook Murphy Oval at Labrador. They're 2 Aussie rules football grounds.
And what will the wicket be like?
The wickets, those 2 grounds will be excellent. They'll be good batting tracks with a bit in it for the guy that's prepared to bend their back. So we already use both of those grounds. And also Helen's Vale, the Batsman's Paradise, is another ground we'll use, and Coomera. Coomera's a delightful little ground at Oxford there.
Well, when it comes to selecting the Queensland team, the selectors normally don't look too far out of Brisbane. In other words, one would imagine that here the competition is pretty tough. So what about being competitive? Will that be a problem when you first come into the competition?
We don't see it as a problem at all. We consider that we'll be very competitive. In our playing strengths already on the Gold Coast, we have about 20 cricketers that have played first grade cricket in recent times in Brisbane, Sydney, Melbourne and New Zealand. And indeed, we have one of our key members, who was a key member of our submission, Ross Chapman. He is captain coach of Manly and North Sydney in Sydney, and also he played Sheffield Shield for them. So we've got quality of players, and we're also negotiating with a few players. Unfortunately, I'm not at liberty to say who they are just at the moment, but they are good players.
So you're talking about players who are already playing in the Brisbane competition or from interstate?
No, mainly from the Brisbane competition. The greatest opportunity that we see it is the opportunity of our youth. We've got some outstanding youngsters here playing on the Gold Coast, and when they show ability, they leave and go and play in Brisbane, or they take their chances with the country selection committees, and one failure there, and they're usually out. The opportunities for the youngsters is unlimited.
What about travel? You don't see that as any problem affecting form and so forth?
No, we at this stage are organising buses, and we believe that bus trips help to create team spirit, harmony and all that sort of thing, getting the team together.
And what about financial backing?
We've already got 2 or 3 corporate sponsors, and we're looking at several more. We'll have the money to do what we want to do.
Well, it's a pretty exciting concept for the Gold Coast, no doubt, but it really is exciting, I guess, for Queensland when you consider the large population that's down there, and to bring them into the Brisbane competition and widen that and strengthen, hopefully, that competition itself.
It's so true, Jerry. The cover page of our first submission, we called it simply A Vision for Queensland Cricket, and that's what it's all about. It's going to give the Queensland selectors so many more options. We're very excited about it.
Bill, I can just imagine if Queensland wins the Sheffield Shield next year, you'll be skiting and saying it's all because the Gold Coast has come into the comp.
We certainly will, Jerry. And we'll be looking forward to the day that one of our lads wears a Queensland cap. That's a big day we're looking forward to.
Sure is. Bob Pippen there talking about the Gold Coast in the Brisbane cricket competition. And if they can produce some good cricketers and come up with some good ones, perhaps from other clubs or whatever, well, they'll be competitive right from the start, and that has to be good for Gold Coast cricket.